Hey you guys, hey, I am Taquisha. This is Our Freedom Song, and I'm so happy that you're here. Oh my goodness, today is absolutely gorgeous. Right now it is 70 degrees outside. And it feels like 70. That's huge when you live in the South. So I'm in South Carolina and I am in zone 8B, and right now the temperature is 70, y'all, and it feels like 70. It's cloudy. That nice cool breeze is just wisping through the trees. It's like the perfect morning. So I actually came out to the greenhouse to get this comfrey that I had drying in this mesh hanging dryer in the greenhouse, which is like the most perfect combination of things. The greenhouse and this mesh dryer, like it's free, it dries it nice and crispy. And so this is comfrey, and what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be starting several infused oils so that I can make some salves. And so I am going to make this whole container, squish it down and fill it with oil, because I'm going to be doing the cold infusion. I was thinking about doing the warm infusion, but the cold infusion takes 2 to 3 weeks. And so I'm just going to do the cold infusion on this. And then I also have some calendula that I'm going to make an infused oil with, as well as some rose hips. And then what I'm planning to do with those oils is then turn those oils into salves. And so I'm excited about that. I am so looking forward to using things that I grew in the garden to then make things that we can use for our bodies. And so super cool. I do have a few seedlings that actually did pop up. This 1,000-head kale, a good bit of that popped up, which is exciting. I do have a couple of the purple kohlrabis. They popped up. Some red mustard popped up, and the red Russian kale, which I love. I'm so happy that that popped up. And I have a couple savory Savoy cabbage that pops up. It looks like I just need to plant again a couple of these broccoli rabe. They popped up. Oh, and some sesame seed. So this is sesame leaf seed, and I was like, oh, that would be cool. I've never grown that before. And so I am looking forward to all of the kale. I'm going to be growing most of the greens like this inside of the green stock, which I need to get prepared and ready, but I am very excited. I did try a new soil this time, and so I don't know if that was it. I was expecting this happy frog to be like super kind of fluffy and moist, and I don't know if it's just the bags that I got, but it was so dry. I was really surprised at how dry and crispy the soil was. Of course, straight out of the bag. I hadn't moistened it yet, but I was surprised. So I had been, last year I started the seeds, well, in the spring I started the seeds with the Pro Mix, and I loved it. Everything looked really good. The plant starts were really healthy, and so I wanted to try something a little bit different this time. And so I'm hoping for the best. I do have a big old bag of this. I have 2 bags actually, because it was local, and I felt like it was getting this bag was actually a little bit more affordable than the Pro Mix, but it won't be worth it if it doesn't turn out being good, right? It's just better to spend the extra $4 for a mix that's already together. So anyway, I am going to be starting some more seeds because none of the purple broccoli popped up, and I really want purple broccoli. I would love to grow a purple broccoli, y'all. Isn't this so cute? This is spicy. So this little baguindo pepper is not a spicy pepper, but this gillet, which is also a small pepper, it is spicy. It's so cool though. It goes from green to purple to red, which is really cool. But in this state right here, it's spicy. So I can only imagine what the red version of this tastes like. I would say that probably right here at this purple stage is probably the right amount of spice for me. I like spice, but I don't like my taste buds to be melted away. I want to actually taste my food. And if something is too spicy, I actually just feel numbness. Is it just me? But these are so cute and so nice to just throw in something that you just need a little bit of spice. A little bit goes a long way, in my opinion. Oh my goodness, they're so cute. So vibrant. Oh, I love it. I knew I was gonna love these from the pack because on the pack it showed all these different colors and I'm like, oh my goodness, I really want to grow that. And so I'm so grateful. It's so interesting, but these are chocolate beauties and none of them got big. They all stayed this size right here. And so I'm thinking this maybe was a mix-up because it's been like this the whole season. They're so cute though. I would call this a cherry bell pepper. That's the new name. So I would say I was so surprised to hear from so many of you after the last video in the comment section say that you too had such a crazy spring garden and it really let you down in a way that you were hoping for the best like me, and then it didn't turn out the way that you had hoped. But you are hopeful for the fall, or at least hopeful that next spring you can change some things up and maybe have a better season. There's things that we can't help, like weather, and then there's things that we could pivot and do better. Many of you also said that you did a pivot and started to plant in raised garden beds as well, and it has been really, really great for your garden. So far, I'm still trying to mentally plan out this space, but I did kind of level it off and put the middle row of landscape fabric down. I didn't show you guys that in the last video, but I did do that and got that taken care of. And so now I'm just really trying to spend time visualizing mentally you know, so that I can really plan out this space and it can really be something that I come to love. Because when you're spending so much time in a space, just figuring out what you love that can use what you have, what you may have to purchase, that you are going to put inside of your space that's going to help with the mundane task of keeping up a garden, because it's not really for the faint of heart. Like, it's you know, it's beautiful, but it takes a lot of work. And so I think that this is really going to help me just creating more space in here where I don't feel crowded, and doing some raised beds so that it's not as a big of a disappointment, hopefully, with the rabbits. You guys gave such great suggestions as far as the netting and things that I could use to deter the rabbits, and I'm going to be looking into all of that very soon. So right now, this trellis actually has some beautiful green bean vines on it, and it makes my heart happy every time I look over here. I'm so happy that I decided to come over here and plant some last minute green beans, because they are giving this space so much life. This is actually a trellis that I'm thinking about moving, but I can't move it. Listen, I cannot move it with all of this beauty up here. I'm gonna have to wait. But I do love this archway right here, and I'm thinking I'm going to put another one just in between this one and the next one. It really does help too with the deer because I'm blocking off space and they don't really want to jump into such a crowded space. And so this is what I am currently thinking about, putting one more trellis right here in the middle, clearing all of that out, and then starting raised boxes in the back going to the front, because this is actually unusable space right there because that's where there's bamboo rhizomes right underneath there. And so if I put anything over there, it has to be a raised container. And so I'm thinking about optimizing the space and taking the raised beds back so that I can actually use that space, and then coming forward with the raised beds. And so that is kind of where I am right now with that. I know that I would love for this mosquito, stop. I know that I would love for this walkway to be gravel like the other space, so I am working on that as well. I think that that would give this such a clean look, even though I do really love this landscape fabric as well. Like, I love the contrast that it brings into a space. Okay, so these mosquitoes are coming from me, so I'm gonna go ahead and go inside and start our infused oil. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a look so you can see how I'm starting that process. Oh, I missed some peppers. Let's grab those on the way. I purchased this printer off of Amazon and it is so convenient. I'm really loving it. It was inexpensive. I think I paid like $20 for it. And so it is a thermal printer, so I don't have to buy ink. I just connect it through an app on my phone and I'm able to print. Like, super simple. This is not sponsored, by the way. Okay guys, that is it. I appreciate each and every one of you for joining me in the garden today. Until next time, my friends.